Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear from Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes.
Do you think that worked?
Ammo, Darren Prince, Heart of Influence, Fun Friday, warm welcome to everybody. We're coming from on location, Denver, Colorado, speaking. I tried this one on for size, Ammo and Darren and everybody. The Interoperative Neurophysiologic Monitoring Conference. The Interoperative Neurophysiologic Monitoring Conference. Yeah, try to say that 5 times fast. Sally sells seashells at the seashore. It's a lot harder than that. So warm welcome. We're super grateful to conference organizers, which had an amazing day. And for anybody, it's that are $1 million a month clients of ours that are in the room, and lots of amazing people building things with. Super grateful because influence is a superpower. That is what we're exploring. And of course, powerful, growth-driven, heart-centered, integrous people committed to mastery. Darren Prince, James Amorosi will make their introductions a little bit more elaborately in a bit. But first, Bella Rita, who's here on this Fun Friday?
Sean, we definitely have some growth-minded, heart-centered individuals here. And coming from Hot Springs National Park, but he doesn't look like he's in the Hot Springs right now. But he's just from Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas. Globally recognized leadership coach and a black belt leader, blending ancient martial art wisdom with modern executive mastery. Maxwell Leadership Partner, Real Leaders Top Coach of the Year, and Brains Magazine Global Influencer for 2025, ordained minister and spiritual guide with a mission to equip the next generation of impact leaders. Let's welcome to the show, Dr. John Terry III.
Dr. John Terry, how shall we refer to you? First of all, warm welcome to the Heart of Influence.
I'm so glad to be here. My name is John. I'm your friend, so that's all you need to know. Yes.
John, we thank you, appreciate you. And John, Plato, the Greek philosopher, is a friend of Darren, Ammo's, Bella's, and mine. And what he said is, play a game with me for an hour and we will learn more about each other
than if we spoke for a year.
You got that, Bella Rita. So the kid, the headline fun fact. And John, Bella's got a gong right outside of camera view, like Chuck Barris in the Gong Show. We get into a story, it goes gong, as opposed to a headline. We don't want that, John. And you're leading off for everybody. So what we want from you, John, is a headline fun fact. It could be a proud moment, shocking moment, surprising moment, scary moment, fun moment, silly moment, any moment, John, that will be a headline that will make us say, John, Hey, so John, please, what is your headline fun fact?
You know, one of the things I like to say, Sean, is the fact that I'm an Army brat, preacher's kid, firstborn son. Mom says I still turned out A-OK, and I'm having the opportunity to change the world.
I love it. You're a tremendous communicator, full of fun energy, and John gets it. That's a leader causing leaders. Great job, John. Bell's next.
John gets it. And next, coming from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, a steadfast personal injury attorney prioritizing transparency, honesty, ensuring clear and truthful guidance throughout the legal journey. A robust background in cases from auto cases, slip and fall, to maritime injury and wrongful death claims, known for his direct communication, fostering trust, and delivering candid assessments, empowering clients to make informed decisions with confidence. Let's welcome to the show, Jordan Golinsky.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Pleasure to be here.
Jordan, warm welcome to the Heart of Influence, brother. And please, your headline fun fact.
Sure thing. I think Dr. John Terry nailed it with a quick and short one, and I'll follow up. I was a college quarterback, played at the University of Rochester. My very first start, we won our very next game. Our program didn't do that for about 10 years. And obviously retired, hung up the cleats, and decided to become an attorney. And I've certainly brought that kind of mentality into my practice.
Awesome, dude. Congratulations. Quarterbacking at Rochester, university player. Love hearing that. Warm welcome, Jordan. We have a little bit of fun today. It won't be as much pressure as, a backside blitz coming, but we got this. So let's go.
Let's go.
We get blindsided from time to time, but I don't think I'll be waking up sore tomorrow.
Yes. We may blindside you, but it will not be like, LT.
There you go. Next, coming from the great nation of Texas, Houston, Texas, CEO of a company pioneering solar-powered mobility and sustainable energy technology. Public company leader and global operator guiding high-growth clean tech ventures across Europe and U.S., visionary at the intersection of automotive innovation and climate action. Let's welcome to the show, George O'Leary.
And welcome, George, to Darren and Family, Heart of Influence. Super grateful, George. And please, your fun fact.
Yeah, so very quickly, a quick correction. I'm actually from Wellington, Florida. Houston, Texas. So that's on me. Anyway, a fun fact. So in 2000, I sold my first company, and it was right around that time Tony Robbins was starting his Platinum Partnership Program. And so I was one of the first members of the founding Platinum Partners in 2000. I was one of 10. And in 2021, I was one of 15. It was a really amazing program, and I had an amazing time with it.
Can I ask you a question, George?
Sure.
Super cool, right? So, and I've been I was a Plat in Tony World for 6 years. I was a Lion as well. It's an additional thing. So do you know, when you were there, was there a guy from New Jersey named Dr. Sean Hajo? I thought he was in like that first one or two groupings. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't.
Dr. Sean was probably right after us. So Jeff Roberti was one of the guys, and Brendan McNutt. There was a few of us that we hung out for years and years afterwards as well. It was so cool. But Dr. Sean wasn't part of the first 2 years anyways.
Yeah, maybe it was year 3. So listen, I love to have a follow-up conversation. I'm a huge fan of Tony history. So lots to talk about there. Warm up, George. Thank you very much. Bella Verita, we got George in the house. He was rolling through jungles and stuff with Tony Robbins back in the day when Tony was like not making a quick picture with 450 plats and disappearing. Love Tony. I love him, but it's a different world now, George. Yes, Bella.
All right. Stop. Either coming from Texas or Florida, financial leader at 37 years in banking, private equity, and digital assets, led 1,800 plus deals, 60 plus IPOs, and built 19 companies. Whoa. Advisor and operator to CEOs, investors, former CEO, now leading global crypto exchange, Wall Street veteran turned blockchain innovator, bridging legacy finance and DeFi, driven by bold strategy and financial transformation. Let's welcome to the show, Robert DeMarco.
Thank you. Glad to be here. That's a mouthful.
Robert, warm welcome to Emma and Darren's Heart of Influence. And please, your fun fact.
Well, fun fact that most people don't know about me is that I was a former SCCA pro driver in Formula Mazda, drove for Ferrari GP2. So I was a professional race car driver for a long time. And most people have no clue because it was in the 80s and the 90s when racing had kind of been suppressed and wasn't on TV too much and didn't have the profile that it did. But I still loved every
Like it
minute
does
of it.
today. Like I don't even know
Very
anything
cool.
about racing. And my son, we've never like seen a race. Like, yeah, I was like watching F1. I'm like, what's
Oh.
F1? Right? It's
Yeah.
unbelievable what's happening in the world today.
It really is.
Fun fact and warm welcome, Bella Vrida. We got race car drivers, college quarterbacks, Darren Emma. We got magic happening. Come on.
We got magic happening and coming from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Tenacious civil litigator and trial attorney with a reputation for winning high-stake, complex cases across Florida courts. Former BNI leader, Bar Association advocate for heart for justice and a sharp mind for litigation strategy, purpose-driven legal powerhouse committed to client empowerment and results. Let's welcome to the show, Paula Phillips.
I'm hearing you put the T in Tiger. So warm welcome to the Heart of Influence. And please, what is your fun fact, Paula?
Well, for today, my fun fact is going to be that I have an apiary license. Nope, that's not working with gorillas. That's working with bees.
Oh,
Very nice.
Bees? Are you like, did you ever see the movie Beekeeper, Paula?
No, and I never will.
Ammo's laughing, which makes me that just Ammo's chuck at the movie Beekeeper being said tells you a lot about the incredible power, strength, resiliency, and kumite-ness of Ammo. We'll come to him in a moment. Come on, Bella.
Comment in a moment.
By the way, Bella's father, a 3-time combat tour veteran, similarly chuckles at Beekeeper watching with us in Denver. Yes.
Yes.
I love it.
Fantastic. Coming from Miami, Florida, has led ventures that secured over 20 million in investment, created 100+ living wage jobs, inventor and patent and portfolio builder, developed companies focused on health equity, tech innovation, and economic resilience. South Florida-based visionary channeling personal adversity into business solutions that drive impact and inclusion and growth for all. Let's welcome to the show, Carmen Scott Dawson.
Welcome, Carmen.
Carmen, warm welcome to Darren and Ammo's Heart of Influence on this fun Friday. And please, Carmen, your fun fact.
I'm not even nearly as cool as all you guys, but I'm just so happy to be involved with you all. I have a fun fact that I have a unique background where I have a white sister who's older than me. I have a half and half sister who's African American Italian, and I have an all black sister. And so I have this unique, visuals into women and how they behave in different ethnicities and things of that nature. And that's what makes me kind of unique. But second to that is I had the luxury of being mentored by Dr. Richard Crusoe, who took Integra Life Sciences public as a non-medical doctor. And I'm trying to pursue that same pathway and launched the Tampa to Miami MedTech Corridor, which is a NUCO, where we have 30 companies, over 100 patents, and we're going to be bringing forward an exportable technology transfer model to different universities that lack tech transfer capabilities. Thank you.
Carmen, can you say that one more time real quick?
Yeah.
Congratulations on everything. Sounds like there's a lot happening. I'm not sure. I think there's much more to people than me would understand what you said. But I can say, Carmen, interoperative neurophysiologic monitoring. I can say that.
I can't say either one. But welcome, Carmen, to the Heart of Influence. And speaking of that ammo dude,
yes,
coming from
love him.
Love him. From New York. By the way, still at his mother's bedside. He's still coming from the hospital. So just so you know that, because you didn't see that at the beginning. But yes, from New York,
Wow.
a seasoned entrepreneur, 35 years, including founding a private equity firm, driving growth for founders, valuing personal connections, and recognizing the unique contributions of each individual. Known for his relentless drive, transforming industries and empowering countless businesses to achieve extraordinary success. Let's welcome to his show, James Ammo Amorosi.
This man defines heart integrity and mastery. So Amo, it's an honor and privilege always to share space. And just like he just resonates so powerfully and magnetically. Mr. James Amo Amorosi, please, sir, on your heart of influence, what's happening and your fun fact?
Okay, always an honor and a pleasure for that beautiful intro from Bella and Sean. Being that Dr. John Terry happens to be a personal friend of mine and a business associate as well, and is probably one of the most integrous people I've met in a long, long time. Fun fact, John, you don't know this, I don't think. I earned my first black belt in jujitsu at the age of 12. Started at 7, got it at 12.
Wow.
And it was a lot of fun. So that's to you, John.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
And Amo, quick question. I know this is like a loaded question, I want to put you on the spot, but if you're comfortable, of course, only, do you believe that there's one martial art form that is overall superior to all the rest, or a combination of all the above, or what's present for you on that?
Great question, Sean. And every martial arts ponders this. Every martial artist, Sean. I studied many different styles. I have a black belt in 5 different styles. And when I say black belt, I have the 5th degree, 6th degree, different degrees that I've studied a long time. And who got me into martial arts is Bruce Lee. I saw Return of the Dragon, right, where he fights in the Roman Colosseum, and that was it for me. I was about 7 years old, and I just pointed at the screen and said, "That I got to do that," right? And growing up in Newark, in an Italian section in Newark, my father just looked at me and said, "Yo, take a hike," right? So, but I found a dojo down there. That's where I got to. That's my first jujitsu. My first style was jujitsu. I don't think there's one superior to other. That's why I created my style 35 years ago. Mine's a hybrid. It's a mixed martial art. It combines the best of everything that I've studied, and I wrestled up into college. And I don't believe there's one superior martial art, but I do believe that every martial art has a superiority to enhance human excellence.
Amo, thank you for that. I have no doubt a master of masters, not only in martial arts, but in finance, business, private equity, growth, all of it. Amo, is an honor and privilege to be rolling with you on Fun Friday. And thank you. And our prayers are with you, your mom, and your family.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, brother. Bella Rita.
And Amo's partner in crime, coming from Los Angeles, California, international best-selling author.
Him?
Oh my!
That guy.
That guy. He's falling on the floor. International best-selling author and agent representing icons like Magic Johnson, Hulk Hogan, David Goggins, and the late Muhammad Ali, and Joe Frazier, just to name a few, negotiating $750 million in marketing deals over 30 years, 16 years sober, a global advocate for addiction recovery, dedicated to giving back, believing in the power of second chances, and improving lives through partnership with treatment centers and mental health initiatives. Let's welcome to the show, the Dara Prince.
Thanks for having me, as always.
Yeah, and a master of masters, an influencer of influencers. And please, sir, on your heart of influence in this Fun Friday, what's happening, Darren? What's on your heart and your fun fact?
What's on my heart is it's a beautiful day in California. I got to surprise my sister last week for her birthday in New Jersey. It was beautiful. And you guys know I lost my mom last November, so I got to visit her and dad at the cemetery. I'm drawing a blank on the fun facts. So what I'm thinking is I've never done a podcast or anything in a car, and I think it's now 3 of the past 4 Heart of Influences. There's been an appointment at 1 o'clock, so this is now my 3rd out of the last 4 in the car. Thank God my buddy Jesse is driving. But it's only because how much I love you, Sean, Bella, and Andrea, and Amo, so I wouldn't miss it.
Amen, brother.
Thank you. Good, Amo.
I'm sorry. Is that the handsome and one and only Jesse Metcalf?
Jesse Metcalf, the very handsome.
What's up, brother? I can't wait to meet you.
I can't wait to meet you. Actor, looking better than ever. We were just talking about it.
I say that every time I talk to Darren.
Amazon here. What's up?
Every time
Yep.
I talk to Darren,
Jesse
I say,
says, "What's up?"
Jesse, you get younger looking as you get older. I want to know the secret.
She said, "Jesse." That's
Okay, is it the good
younger
Irish?
looking when you
Is it
get
the
old.
good Irish genes? What is it? Tell me. I mean,
He said, "Is it the good Irish genes?" Oh, he's got a new skincare line, Emma. We got to talk about that.
That's
offline.
what it is. Count me in. Count me in.
Let's go, Ammo, Darren.
You got to tell some
Love it.
people on here. What's the skincare line? Neutral Skin. Check it out, everybody. It's all
Let's
over
go.
his Instagram, and you'll
It'll
see
make
ads
you look
everywhere.
younger too. It'll make you look younger too.
Yeah.
Let's go, Jesse. Darren,
Got to
thank
give him
you.
a shout out. He's driving me
Yeah.
here an hour.
Come on, Jesse. Go. So thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Darren. Darren, shall we do the things?
Let's do it.
Awesome. All right, so I'm going to introduce the woman doing introducing, seated to my left. This
Yes.
began her career in influence, by the way, with a new hair color. Yes. Now, listen, I've learned a lot. If you get this wet over like the first 3 days, like it runs and creates problems.
Yes.
Lots of different things.
Salt water.
Yeah, salt, like all kinds of crazy things.
Yes.
So just everybody make sure 3 days you keep the hair color. What colors we got going?
We've got red, magenta, purple, and a little highlights.
Perfect. We got
I
this.
think
going.
we're gonna do yours next.
Yes, that is absolutely perfect. So, besides that, this woman started her career in influence as an 8-year-old selling crafts on her parents' front lawn. By the age of 19, 3 words together that don't go together. Teenager, network marketing, and 7 figures. Yes, $1 million network marketing business as a teenager. 24, 25, 26. She's three-peating like Jordan, except not in hoops, but instead in business brokerage. She becomes the #1 business broker in the great state of Nevada. First woman ever to do it in a male-dominated industry. And take this dude's youngest person ever and youngest person, male or female, ever to do it. And no dude ever three-peated. Then she begins to train entrepreneurs and Fortune 500 companies. In fact, in 2019, every sales team she worked with doubled their sales. Skier, surfer, scuba diver, adventurer, Ammo, and Darren. When she's pissed at me, she learned it on YouTube. Today she's with me, so it was me that taught her to do these things. Then she's a philanthropist who raised $10 million. I mean, 10 million. I don't mean 8 million, 0.9. I mean, 10 million bucks for philanthropy with the Unblinded team over the past 2.25 years. And this amazing woman, 2-time published author, publicly battled and defeated cancer in 2023. Let's welcome to Darren and Ammo's Heart of Influence, the woman in her 1700th plus episode. Coming on the show 1,700 times, 8,000 people put the heart in it. The one, the only, Bella Farina. By the way, we got people trying to crash the set, like trying to get over to us in the conference and talk, and Michael Johnson. So, Bella Farina, please, what's happening?
Good. So I'll go with a fun fact since the hair was an important topic today. Because before Sean took the stage today at the this big conference with all
The
of those
Interoperative Neurophysiologic Monitoring Conference.
Yeah, that thing that he said, we prepped by going on a shark dive in the Denver Aquarium. So that is my fun fact today. I did my first shark dive here at the aquarium.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
There's 20 sharks in the water, Emma.
And the thing I was
forget it.
worried about was how it was going to affect my hair. I
Yes.
was not
Sean,
worried about sharks.
I turn into a white belt on such a level that I can't even emphasize. So Bella, I bow to you and say,
Emma,
as we say in martial arts.
There was a 14-foot shark.
Oh, God.
14-foot shark in there.
Nah,
11-foot
nah.
shark, 14-foot shark, and 18. Yes. So
And does everybody know that you're the real lunatic because he's actually blind and he's swimming with these things? So you get, I'm giving you an honorary black belt. You're getting that because just for that, Sean, because I can't do that.
And Ammo, don't tell Bella I am blind, but when I was like grabbing and saying, "Oops, I'm sorry," like it was truly an accident.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
So, let's go do the things, Bella.
Let's go do the things. Want to thank our producer, Andrea Catania, taking 200 companies public. Thank you, Andrea Catania, putting this group together. Absolutely extraordinary. And I'm going to introduce my co-host, the man that Tony Robbins said, there's no one who leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callagy. He beats world champions like Beck Key at body surfing competitions. He is only one of 2 attorneys to win 2 top 100 national jury verdicts between 2014 and 2016, and the only one that's blind out of 1.2 million attorneys. In fact, the state of New Jersey actually named him one of New Jersey's most influential attorneys. He has spoken on stages such as Disney, T-Mobile, Salesforce, Tony Robbins 18 times. And when he's not busy flying around speaking on stages, he is an incredible philanthropist that raised nearly $10 million in 2 years for charity. Let's welcome to the show, the one, the only, Sean.
Thank you. It's always such an honor to be rolling with Darren, Amo, Andrea, the entire crew that's here today. Happy Fun Friday, again, coming from Denver. And I'm going to go with this as my fun fact. Yes, I'm a blind man that's taught sighted people to ski, surf, and scuba dive, but I wasn't always blind. I was a Division I college baseball player at Columbia University, 4-year Division I starter captain my senior year. My first day of college baseball, the manager of the New York Yankees is watching us play against Vanderbilt, a multiple-time national championship baseball team from the SEC at Boardwalk in Baseball. So day one ever, the manager of the Yankees in the stands because his son Greg is our right fielder. So Jeff Torborg, the then manager of the Yankees, is there. I strike out looking on the first 3 pitches, take 1, take 2, take 3, to lead off our season. I was batting leadoff for Columbia. I hit a triple my next at bat. I went 4 for 8 in the day, 2 for 4 against Vanderbilt, 2 for 4 against Notre Dame after they had won the national championship in football in that fall with Tim Brown and Tony Rice. And I bumped into Bo Jackson walking into the dugout because we were playing at Boardwalk in Baseball, the Kansas City Royals facility. So day one college baseball, I'm rolling with the manager of the Yankees. I played a teeny little Group 1 public school in New Jersey. I'm with Bo Jackson, manager of the Yankees, playing Vanderbilt and Notre Dame. That's my fun fact for tonight.
But the real question, did Bo break one over his thigh for you? That's the real question.
Did not break one over the thigh, but I'm telling you this, Amo. In my years of college baseball, we played, or these were regular season games, but they were during college baseball starts before professional baseball. So we're like rolling in March, and we played in our like West trips or Southern trips in major league facilities. So my freshman year at Bo Jackson, my sophomore, we played the Oakland A's facility with Mark McGuire and Ricky Henderson and Jose Canseco. I'm telling you this, dude. I played college football, I played high school baseball and football, college baseball. I lifted a lot. I was benching 330 as a sophomore, and I'm standing next to Canseco, McGuire, and even Mike Gallego. These dudes were so thick and enormous, I couldn't believe. I'm benching 330, and Mike Gallego is making me look small. It was insane, the size of Bo Jackson and the Oakland A's. So yes, that is
those are big boys.
Crazy.
That is
crazy,
super
insane.
fun.
Yeah.
So let's go do it, Bella.
Let's go do it. I think we should start with Dr. John.
Okay, yes, he's an amazing,
because he's the third.
But he did tell us, he's Amo's friend, and I don't want Amo to like break my neck or something, that we got to call him John because he's our friend.
Okay.
So we're going to call John our friend. And John, here's what we're doing. We had a little fun, some fast-paced introductions. But what is the truth that we know to be true is that the greatest human attainable superpower is the ability to cause yes with people. It's what caused Muhammad Ali to be Muhammad Ali. It's what caused Barack Obama or Nelson Mandela or George Washington, Paul Revere, Jeff Bezos at Amazon, all these incredible things to happen in the world. It's because yes happened. Oprah Winfrey to become as influential as she became. So John, we're not looking at pitch, hook, close, yuck. But what does it look like when growth-driven, heart-centered, sophisticated, masterful people of integrity like yourselves come together to cause yes? So to illustrate this, John, you're about to become more than one of 8,000 people on the show that's going to try to go from hello to yes with Bella. Bella will be anybody you want her to be. She could be an ideal client. John, maybe she's a big stage that you want to get onto. She could be a charitable fundraising partner or somebody famous like that Oprah Winfrey or even a Warren Buffett. Anyone, John, that you want to go from hello to yes with. But we're not Boiler Room, Wolf of Wall Street, or Shark Tank. Instead, it's like, doesn't have to be a final yes, doesn't have to be a sale. John, it could just be a yes for a longer conversation. So please, John, who would you like Bella Verita to be that you're going from hello to yes with?
You know, Sean, hearing you talk and seeing the opening, I'd love for Bella to be Tony Robbins and have an opportunity to speak on Tony's stage.
You know what? Bella and Tony look a lot alike.
Especially with the new hairdo.
Yeah, exactly. New hairdo, exactly. And I
I
say-
think my hand's the size of his pinky.
yes, I do this humbly and respectfully. I've been there 19 times, so Bella might know a thing or two, being Tony, about all the things. So Bella, read it, take us in.
All right. Hello, this is Tony.
Hey, Tony, it's John Terry, the black belt leader. How are you, sir?
I'm doing quite extraordinary, busy today, but my team said I had to talk to you. I don't know how this even got through, but they said I had to talk to you.
Well, fantastic. Well, you and I have a mutual friend, actually a couple of mutual friends. One, Mary Glorfeld, that worked with you for about 18 years and helping plan a lot of the events that you've done around the world. And then I recently met another friend of yours by the name of Sean Callaghy, and both of them having an opportunity to meet me and learn my story felt like that you and I needed to at least have a conversation to discuss the possibility of having an opportunity to maybe share one of your stages in the future to bring some black belt leadership to what you're currently doing with your program.
Geez. John, everybody wants to talk to me about getting on my stage. Everybody wants to get on my stage. Why do you think they said that I should have you on my stage?
Well, here's what I can tell you, Tony. I've had the opportunity to have Dr. John Maxwell as a friend and a mentor, and I'm one of 15 peer teaching partners with Maxwell Leadership. And Dr. John says that it's not what you know, it's who you know. And having an opportunity to meet some incredible people, one of the things that I found is that there's a lot of people in the world that are talking about leadership. And having the opportunity to really say, let me tell you what leadership is about. Well, here's my take on that. Anybody and everybody can be a leader because anybody and everybody is leading someone somewhere right now. But who wouldn't want to be the Chuck Norris or the Bruce Lee of leadership? That's what you get when you have an opportunity to put me on the stage, is leadership from a black belt perspective.
And John, how many of Robin's events have you been to?
I have not had the privilege of being at any of Tony's events live. I've been to several of the Thrive events that Tony and Dean have done over the years and had an opportunity to lean in and participate in those. I have shared a couple of stages with Dean in the past. He and I have done a couple of virtual events. Recently, we were both on the LA Tribune's Leadership Summit. I was on Friday. Dean followed on Saturday. So I have had the opportunity to be on stage with Dean a couple of times, as well as some other folks you may know, T. Harv Eker, John Roberts, Shantae Lowe, four-time Olympian, Malcolm Gladwell. So I have had the opportunity to share some stage with some incredible people that have had an opportunity to learn how to lead, but lead like a black belt.
Well, you do make some great points. You know, my friend Sean's significant other, Bella, she was just with Dean at the Kentucky Derby. So we'll definitely have to ask him what he thinks. Maybe we'll take it to the board and you submit a proposal, but I definitely think you should at least get to a UPW to see what the Robbins events, the Tony Robbins events are like, and then let's have a longer conversation.
Would love to do that. Absolutely.
Awesome.
All
John,
right.
great job. And you're such a congruent, effective, soothing communicator. Wonderful work, sir. And who's going next?
Soothing communicator.
Yeah,
I
he
like
is.
that.
Yeah, right.
Next we got Jordan.
Ammo is too. So that,
Well, I'm happy to be following up Dr. Terry, but Dr. Terry, you seem extremely comfortable in relation to that. You've certainly done this before.
Hey, Jordan,
But
who would you like Bella to be, Jordan?
so, Bella, I'd like for you to simply be, let's just call it a marketing company that works with other lawyers that directs clients to certain law offices.
Go.
And I want you to stop working with other offices and start working with me.
Stop working with other offices and work with you. All right. Hello.
Basically,
This is
okay, we'll
Bella
work with
Verita,
it.
attorney at law.
Well, Bella, actually, you're not an attorney. You're just a marketing company.
I'm just a marketing company. Excuse
Yeah.
me.
So,
Marketing extraordinaire Bella Verita. How can I help you?
hi, Bella. I'm Jordan Glanowski. I have a personal injury firm that handles cases throughout the state of Florida. I've had some colleagues that have worked with you in the past. You do an excellent job. Their returns have been tremendous in terms of their investment capital and the end result being excellent clients with great results. I'm looking for a seat at the table with you, and I'm trying to offer you different incentives to work with my firm instead of working with other people.
Interesting. Well, thank you so much for even considering us, for taking a look. Sounds like you've done your research, and what did you see other than the results that we have? What did you see? Because anytime that we take on a new client, we really look at it as a partnership. And so what is it that has you looking at our company, knowing what we're up to versus any other company?
Well, Bella, the one thing that I can tell you is that word of mouth travels. And because Florida is such a small state, even though it's gigantic, reputation means a lot. But I like to value things more than simply a transaction, but rather a relationship. And I think some people are maybe just offering your services or working with you simply as a transaction, but I'm looking for something to last for an extended period of time. I'm a young attorney. I got a long time to go. I got a lot of debt to pay back, as you can see from behind me. So I'm not looking for a turn and burn kind of client or partner in this venture, but I am looking to kind of have somebody that I can grow with and ultimately, you know, start as a business relationship, but turn into a lifelong friend.
Well, those are always the relationships that we are looking to build as well, Jordan. And so let's definitely sit down maybe next week over some lunch and have a longer conversation and see where we go from here.
Well, I'd like to have a meeting, certainly for lunch, but if you'd be so kind, I am on a very popular road here in South Florida. If you'd like to come to my office thereafter, we can have a more personal conversation rather than being in public.
Sounds great to me. If you want to order in lunch, then how about we just do that?
Even better. That way,
Right.
our communication is just between you and I. You get to see my space, how I operate, and the way I've built my practice these short few years I've been open.
All right. Sounds good. Let's do
Looking
it.
forward to it.
Acquiring a marketing company.
Let's go.
Let's
George,
go.
excellent job. John, excellent job. We got Michael Johnson filming the filming. This is super interesting. What's happening? But Bella Rita, let's get to the feedbackers.
Let's get to the feedbackers, otherwise known as
We're a little
judges.
tight on time. Yep.
Judges, otherwise known, feedbackers, otherwise known as judges. This is a time in the show that we get to give back in the form of feedback. And so it's going to be 30 seconds of feedback for either John or Jordan. It's like JJ.
Yes.
So either 30 seconds of feedback for John or Jordan, something that they did great, something that they didn't do, something that they did great, something that they could do to improve, and then like a little scoring system as to like, what is the next step? Is that next step you'd rather go to the dentist and have a root canal than have a longer conversation with John or Jordan? I don't know if that's necessary. Maybe the next step is a little mocha chocolate and a little croissant from Starbucks. But if that's not enough time, it's like private room, dessert, dinner, appetizers, longest meal possible for the longest conversation possible. And if that's still not enough time, then you're going to do things Cali style. And how about a private jet to have a meeting? Because you can have a very intense long meeting going from like one side of the country to the other. So that would be the next and final step. So let's kick it off. How about with George O'Leary? He looks like he's ready to give some feedback to John, since you know, he was a former Platt. I think he could give some good Tony Robbins feedback.
Sure, and that's who I was thinking of giving it to as well. So John, I thought you did a lot of great things. You brought a lot of energy to the conversation. Tony talks about your words, the tone, and your physiology, and you brought all of it. So I thought that was a very big strength, the way you presented yourself and the way you carried yourself in the conversation. I thought that made a big difference, and I'm sure Tony picked up on that right away. The one thing I think you could have done better is, and it was a great question that Tony Bella asked, which is, how many events have I been to? And your answer was none, or at least no live events. And
So George, what do you think the next step would be?
Sign up immediately for his UPW course, and then make sure you introduce yourself in person when you're there, if he happens to be at that event. And I think that would make a big difference.
The UPW, here we come.
Yes, and George, I got your text. I do agree that Bella looks like Tony. Thank you, George.
Following up George, Carmen, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Jordan, please?
I thought he did, you know, an exceptional job. I think it maybe went heavy with the name dropping, but I thought that the way that he delivered it, I'm more of a charisma guy, and I try to mirror people's energy, and so I thought, you know, he kind of did that well. You know, I would definitely have accepted the meeting as well if I was Tony. So I don't have any anything negative to say. Am I supposed to make a comment for the other gentleman now, or to?
No, that was you were supposed to. Hold on, please. Yeah, that was supposed to be for Jordan. So we'll go
Jordan.
for John, and then I'll go Paula.
Yes.
Paula, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Jordan?
Okay, so for Jordan, I mean, I thought that his background research was very good, and he did an excellent job of getting right to the point in a very small amount of time. The only thing that I would have recommended doing different or better was coming right out of the gate with the kind of meeting that you wanted, instead of having her suggest something and then you go, oh no, let's go back to my place. I would have just created whatever space that you wanted for the meeting, even because you're trying to woo this person to give up all their other clients for you. I might have even suggested having the first meeting there at her place where she would be, you know, surrounded by the people that she knows, and then maybe
Very
take it
smart,
up a notch.
Yeah, and Paul, am I hearing you correctly that you have a great amount of certainty and that nobody should be thinking to get one over on Paula in litigation? Am I hearing that correctly?
That's accurate.
Yeah,
That's accurate.
That's
That's
accurate.
Let's go, Robert. Robert, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Jordan, please?
On Jordan, I got notes here. Jordan, the only thing that I could say that was negative was the pace. I thought it would have slowed the pace down just a little bit and been a little more direct. And then your ask, only because I'm an upfront guy, I go right in for the ask immediately. And then I have to agree with Paul. I wouldn't tie it into my office. I'd go where it needs to be done. Always take the meeting is what I've been taught many years ago by my mentor. So I would have picked up and went wherever I had to
What
go
did
to make the
Jordan do
deal
best?
happen.
What did Jordan do best?
Well, I like he understood what his needs were. He was direct. He had all of that. So all of his bullet points were in place. And I know we have a really short window, so cadence is kind of hard. But it's important when selling with cadence. For me, it is. I mean, I raise money for a living. We've done over $50 billion. So cadence is important and taking those meetings. But otherwise, all of his facts were important. He knew what he wanted. He knew what he had to do. He knew where he had to get it done. I just would have slowed down a little bit, and I would have taken the meeting at her office or wherever she needed to be.
All right. Thank you, Robert. Excellent work.
Thank you, Robert. And let's go, Mr. Ammo. Let's go your 30 seconds of feedback for Jordan, because I'm not going to have you give feedback to your friend. So about your 30 seconds of feedback for Jordan.
Jordan, I actually thought you had a well-structured presentation. I like the fact that you talked about being a young attorney who's looking for the long term versus the turn and burn relationships. I think you presented what your objective was to a degree. I think a little bit more in the camp of Robert and maybe Paul in terms of a little more direct what you want. And I do agree. And nobody could say it better than Paul did today about, you know, like Robert said, always take the meeting, the ask, right? But go to her place because she, you know, you're going to get to meet everybody else there, and you're giving her a position of comfort as well.
Awesome. Ammo, great job. And Ammo, cup of coffee and follow up, you know, private room, Capital Grill, private jet. What would be the length of the follow up?
Or shark dive.
Or shark dive. Yeah.
They're definitely not a shark dive with the ammo. I mean, I will go against any human on this planet, but man, a shark is just
He needs a little more time hanging out with you. He's
out of
not
my league. Yeah,
time.
I got to come down to LBI and hang out with Sean in the body surfing area.
Ammo, you can keep me breaking concrete blocks in my head, and I'll get you with great white shorts.
Let's go, brother. Let's go. I'm in. I would say that's a cup of coffee. We got to do a little mocha chate and just chill out.
That's love, man.
We got do a thing. Yep.
Let's go. And some sharks. Let's go.
Some sharks.
And some sharks.
Heads. Let's go.
Let's go. And let's go. Darren Prince, your 30 seconds of feedback for John, please. Just unmute for us, Darren.
He's working on his.
I thought John did a great job. I love the martial arts mindset. I think he sold himself tremendously on it. I think Tony was a little rough on him out of the gate, which probably should have been because he is Tony Robbins. I love the reference, by the way. It's who you know, not what you know, because that's why I have the agency I do to this day. They were incredible words that my father told me at 24, when I thought I needed to be a lawyer to be an agent. And at that point, I had a previous business where I was working with a bunch of these icons. And, you know, those words made me speak to Magic Johnson 2 weeks later, and he became my first client at my agency, Prince Marketing Group. So, you touched me personally with that one. I haven't heard that in a long time.
Awesome job. And Darren, follow-up step will be cup of coffee, maybe private meal, something bigger. What do you
Yeah,
want?
I mean, I would have him follow up what the gentleman said earlier. I'm sorry, I forgot his name, about going to an event. And you know, if I'd like to come to this event, I'd like to meet you. I'd like to get some time with you. It's the perfect way to do it. You're because Bella can't just drop every mistake. But I think if you make it convenient, we're at an event where he's already at with tens of thousands of people. I'm sure Tony can find a few minutes to get some time with him.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Darren Prince. And Ammo, Darren, all may not know, Darren and Ammo know, it's time where Bella gives me a hard time. We're super short on time, so give me a hard time fast.
I'm gonna give you a
Love
hard
it.
time. Aaron, Emma's favorite part of the show.
It is.
These scenarios that you get to choose from to put. We're gonna put Sean on the hot seat in a scenario that he has no idea about because I always cook them up as the show has been going on. Of course, you get to choose one of the scenarios or change anything about the scenario. So option number one today, Darren and Emma, is Sean would play Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who wants to sue Hollywood for defaking his face in a romantic comedy lead and making him cry in every scene. So Sean would play The Rock, going from Hello to Yes with Paula to take his high stakes game in suing Hollywood for defaking him in a romantic comedy and making him cry. So that would be option number one. Option number two is, Tony's like getting up there in age. And, I think instead of like getting on his stage, he just needs a replacement. And so option number two is Sean would role play John, going from Hello to Yes with Tony Robbins, not to just have a segment on his stage, but to actually take over for Tony Robbins and make it John Terry International instead, and taking over for Tony Robbins. So that is option number two. And then option number three would be a reverse role play for Jordan, where Sean would play Jordan, going from Hello to Yes with the marketing company to like of all their other clients, and partner not only with him to do his marketing, but that all business, they would be in partnership from there on out. So those are my three options I got for you today. Ammo and Darren, any of those tickle your fancy?
You want to go, Darren? Or you want me to go?
Yeah, you can pick this one.
Okay, I'd like to put John on the hot seat, being that he's going to be putting me on the hot seat in a couple months. So I'm going to go to one of his events down in Texas. So yeah, it's all you, my brother.
Perfect. And who do you want to play the role of Tony Robbins?
Oh, I mean, you know what? Let's flip the switch. All right. Let's have John play the part of Tony Robbins.
Okay. John's going to play the role of Tony Robbins. Are you ready for this?
I am ready for this.
Okay. It's your dear friend, Tony Robbins.
And by the way, respectfully, we don't drop names. Tony has, from stage in front of 5,000 people, called me his dear friend.
Yes.
Said Sean Kelly, my dear
So
friend.
he may not want to be your dear friend after this.
Okay.
So you are going to play the role of John. John is going to play Tony Robbins, and you're going to go from Hello to Yes with Tony Robbins to replace him as Tony Robbins. So not speak on his stage, but like, Tony, time for you to retire. I'm going to take over. Even though I've never been to any of your events, I've never been to UPW. I've never.
Ammo, she's evil, and you're evil. I love you, brother. But you showed a little of that mischievous, maniacal chuckle. coming out here. You, Darren, Ammo, and Mel have the maniacal chuckle in common.
They're ganging up on me today.
Oh my God, that's right there. So, is Mr. Robbins available?
Speaking.
Hi, Mr. Robbins. It's John. We had a 3-minute conversation scheduled for today. Is it still a good time for you?
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
Yeah, thank you. Mr. Robbins, I know that you know who you are. I just want you to know that I know who you are as well, and what an honor and privilege it is to speak with you and how precious your time is. So I don't want to pitch you something, Mr. Robbins. I'm a little surprised that you've accepted this conversation in the first place. Super grateful. But if I may ask, what even prompted you, Mr. Robbins, to have this conversation with me? And again, I'm grateful for it.
Well, I have a good friend, Mary Glorfeld, that worked with you for 18 years. Mary's a personal friend, and she recommended that I have a conversation with you.
Awesome. And did she share with you what it was about?
Well, she said that we needed to have a conversation about your background in, 3-time Martial Arts Hall of Fame inductee, 5 black belts, and how you've taken 50 years of martial arts and turned it into teaching black belt leadership to help people become a better version of who they are and what they do.
Well, thank you, Mr. Robbins. I appreciate that. And Mr. Robbins, what I'm present to, I believe, and I've heard you speak so many times, and I'm so grateful for everything that you've done in the world. What I'm very present to, though, is that you still seem to have your mission not fully fulfilled. I mean, you've been doing this for 40 plus years. You are at the pinnacle and reinvented the game of human acceleration and personal development. If I may ask, like, what keeps you driving forward and going? It's got to be something, I presume.
Well, if you've read my book, Life Force, where I had an opportunity to go study these incredible men that are extending longevity, I've determined, John, that I'm going to have the opportunity to live for another 100 years. And so I feel like I'm really just getting started and I'm in my early prime.
Oh, that's awesome. And I know Peter DiMonte, your co-author, has said that he thinks there's children born today, like your young daughter, that will actually never pass away from natural causes. So thank you for everything you're doing and congratulations. So from that place of continuing desire to serve people, impact people for a long time to come, may I share a couple quick thoughts, please, Mr. Robbins?
Sure.
Yeah. So Mr. Robbins, what is present for me is your mission is incredible. And your mission is so many people. But one of the things that I've often wondered about, and I've had some conversations with our mutual friend Barry, is the expansion of your mission through partnership. Now, I know you have Chloe Madanis Robbins coaching. I get that. But folks building stages and platforms along with you, that's the conversation I'm interested in having, Mr. Robbins, because I know so many people come and pitch you, hey, Mr. Tony Robbins, let me come speak on your stage. My story is great. I'm a great speaker. And I know, Mr. Robbins, that's a highway into the trash bin. So what I'm here to propose is something a little bit different. I've created a PowerPoint about how your incredible mission could expand by 10x in 3 years. And I would love to drive that forward. And Mr. Robbins, what I love to be considered for at some point is an opportunity to speak on some of those stages and even on your current main stage, just to get an introduction of what I'm up to. But first, Mr. Robbins, as you always say, I want to have an irresistible offer for you and deliver tremendous value. So Mr. Robbins, all that I'm simply proposing is a follow-up 30-minute conversation. I know your time is so precious, but as a fun footnote, Sean Callaghy, your colleague, has endorsed this meeting and said that if I waste your time, he'll donate $500,000 to the Anthony Robbins Foundation. So, Mr. Robbins, it's 30 minutes of your time. If I waste your time, it's $500,000 for the Tony Robbins Foundation. If I don't, it's a view into 10xing your mission through strategic partnership and leverage that I would humbly propose I can lead and drive with my mastery. So, Mr. Robbins, how would it resonate with you or not to have a 30-minute follow-up conversation, please?
If it's going to be $500,000 coming into my favorite foundation, I'm willing to invest 30 minutes of my time to find out what you're looking to do.
Thank you, Mr. Robbins. And shall I set that meeting up with your assistant, Scott, as I did this meeting?
That would be perfectly fine.
Thank you, Mr. Robbins. Have a blessed day, and I truly look forward to it. And thank you for everything that you have done and continue to do for the world, and hopefully goes on for another 100+ years with everything you talk about in Life Force. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Out of roll. John, how did I do? Thank you for great job as Tony Robbins. How did I do as you, John, having this conversation with Mr. Tony Robbins?
I found a lot of value in the conversation, just in the way you positioned the story and the way you created a win-win-win, which is something I talk about in my book, The Art of Negotiation. I thought you did a great job in creating not just it's a you or a me, it's both of us making a bigger impact.
Yeah. And by the way, John and everybody, how I got to Tony's stage is breaking sales records selling Platinum Partnership. So I broke every sales record selling Plat, but the way I got there first was by doing something very innovatively disruptive in the room, buying a $100 bill for $100,000. That's its own fun story, and then breaking the Plat sales record. So it was value add, which is obviously what and who you are. You hear it loud and clear, brother. Very impressed by you today. Thank you for your time, John. And how was your time on the Darren and Ammo Heart of Influence with us here today, John?
It was great. This was an enjoyable opportunity. Amo told me coming in, he said, John, you're going to have the experience of a lifetime. And I can say you did that today. Yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you. And thank you, Amo, for that. John, great job, brother. Let's go, Paula. Love the certainty, love the congruence, love the energy. I have no doubt that your bio was not overhyped. Great job, Paula. How was your time with us here today, Paul, on the Heart of Influence with Amo and Darren?
Oh, it was wonderful. You know, I coached the mock trial team over at Nova Middle School, and they do role playing like this quite a bit, and it's so beneficial. And I didn't know exactly what it was going to be like going into it, but I loved it, and I would absolutely do it again.
Well, thank you, Paula. Appreciate that a ton. And talking about that, we have a little fun parting gift in a moment that may be resonate with you. So thank you for that, George.
I would like a parting gift. I would like to trade you $100 for 100,000.
Yes, that'll be Bella. If I only spent $100,000 on you this month, it'll be a good month. It'll be a very good month. So I'll take that deal. Done. Here's 100,000. I'll see you in July.
July.
Thank you for that. George, Platinum Partner OG. Love it, brother. Thanks for the feedback. Just like chills hearing those, at least the introduction to that concept. And George, please, how was your time in the Darren Amo Heart of Influence?
So first and foremost, Bella, I have a daughter, Isabella, and we were at Atlantis in Bahamas, and we swam with the sharks there. So as I was hearing your story, it made me connect to my daughter. So that was awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Two, the experience here was awesome. The people here, fantastic. I could see building great relationships with everyone here, and very excited about participating with the group today. Thanks for having me, Sean and Bella. It was my absolute pleasure. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I look forward to hearing some of these OG stories too, George. Really, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Let's go, Jordan. Also hitting that participant seat. Absolutely fantastic job. Partnering with a marketing company is certainly brilliant. We have definitely done that, so couldn't recommend it higher. And Jordan, how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence?
This was definitely a new experience. I do spend a lot of time on Zoom, but never to actually talk to people for the right purposes. I'm getting people to talk to me. So this was definitely a unique experience. I really appreciate the invitation. I don't know how you all find me, but I'm happy to be on. I just want to make a quick comment to Sean and Mr. Amo. I'm from New Jersey. I've been to LBI after leaving and moving down to South Florida. I will never swim in that ocean again because I can't even see my feet. And here in South Florida, you can. But if you want to go swimming with sharks, I tip my hat off to you. But that's just that's not for me. If I see a shark in Miami Beach, I'm gone. I'm not playing
by
that
the way,
game.
and Jordan, Long Beach Island, New Jersey, Angleside Hotel, 1 mile from my homes, is where the shark attack happened in 1916 that inspired Peter Benchley to write Jaws. So you couldn't be more right. The original Jaws shark attack.
Forget it.
So
If I want to be a part of Jaws, I will go to Universal Studios and hit that.
Exactly.
In LBI.
In Jersey style, forget
Absolutely.
about it.
In
Forget
LBI, I've been bumped by a shark. And my surfboard in a separate incident while I was on it was bitten by a shark. Two true stories.
Forget it.
Yeah, at least I forget it.
I get it. Crazy.
Our race car driver of the group, Robert, thank you for being here. And how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence?
It was wonderful. I got to tell you, you guys broke my cherry. I've never been on one before. This is the very first time. I'm usually working and running around like a lunatic most of my day, so I appreciate the time. It was interesting to see. I love role play. We do it in our company all the time, how we build team and how everybody gets to understand what their roles are and what they have to do and how to overcome objections on a regular basis. So it was fun to see. It was fun to do. And most of the sharks, by the way, in South Florida, because I used to live there, are all on Brickell Avenue. They're not in the water.
Including, by the way, including Scott Rothstein, who I had the privilege of turning into the FBI, doing 45 years in prison in Fort Lauderdale. So amen.
Amen. Amen to that, Robert. Amen.
Yes. Last but not least, man with a diverse family and said a lot of big words that I don't remember. Yes. Carmen, thank you for being here. And how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence?
Love your energy. I love the opportunity to learn about the other judges, and I look forward to continued engagement.
Awesome. And Carmen, all those complex women combined do not equal the woman seated to my left. And I'll make a gentleman's wager on that one. Sure, hard time is the better. So thank you for that, Carmen. The one, the only, James Amorosi, my brother, thank you for everything that you are, you do, your final on this Fun Friday, Amo.
I do this. We do the thing every Friday, right? And every Friday, I really am astonished that the level of talent that come on the show. And I know we all could spend an hour just talking about the things that we've done and all the complexities and excitement and mastery. But I really love the platform, and I feel like one thing I would like to do is really touch and stay in contact with everybody on the show on a more robust level. There's so many people on the show that I would like to get to know, and I know we could probably do business and merge our ecosystems and learn a lot from, right? Robert, he's in the same space I'm in. I think Carmen is, George, everybody. I mean, I learned from Paula today, quite a bit. I learn every week. It's amazing. It's amazing the level of intelligence that Andrea puts together on the show. Andrea, you are the bomb. You're the best.
Awesome. Love you, brother. Appreciate you, brother.
Love you too, man.
Here's with your mom. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. The one, the only Darren Prince. Darren, any parting thoughts? Final from your mastery in these people, including how to stay younger with Jesse's facial stuff, all the things.
That's right.
From how to stay younger with Jesse to how you reunited Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier.
Stay younger, just hanging out with me.
I do, yes. But please, Mr. Darren Prince.
It was tremendous. I'm with Amo. I mean, it's like every Friday you guys put these amazing rooms together of people of impact and influence, and it's just a beautiful way to really get to know each other in a short period of time, and hopefully these relationships continue outside of the Heart of Influence. Great work again.
Thank you, Darren, and certainly it will. For everybody being here today, we have a gift for you coming up that we're really excited about.
0.1 miles.
So celebrate your final for you, because you sat in the seats of John and Jordan a day long ago.
A day long ago, I did sit in the seats and John and Jordan. And truth be told, I came onto the show so that I could show Sean everything I knew about sales and influence. So he should come learn.
0.1 miles.
Kind of like maybe you did, John, with Tony. I thought Sean could learn a lot from me, but I quickly learned that was not the case, and there was a lot for me to learn. 4.5 years later, I am still here. So thank you, and thank you all for being here. Definitely connect with each other, because that's why you're here. And we have some really exciting gifts that I think you should check out also.
Yes, and so and I learned a ton from Bella and Amo and Darren, and quite frankly, all of you and the 8,000 people that have been here. Our final, everybody's talking AI. Have a conversation with one of our teammates and get the feedback from our AI on this show. I assure you, if you can tell me that you've seen more robust feedback from anything in AI than what you'll get from our AI, we have 25 different AI agents working in tandem. It's going to blow your mind. We've created something that's equivalent to mentalism, and we call it Soul Sight, reaching into like the spoken, the unspoken, all the dynamics. So if you want to have that conversation, please have it with one of our team members. That's our gift to you. And also, you're always welcome back. Lots of other things to do, but have a conversation with somebody on the team, and that's there. And if you have that conversation and you're like, no, dude, this is like, I've seen like better stuff, I'll donate $5,000 to your favorite charity. If you have, I want to know if there's anything better out there. So thank you guys for that. And in final, I may be physically blind, which I am, but I'm absolutely certain as to the possibilities for acceleration that sit right in front of all of us. They're right here. But unfortunately, at some level, everyone and Bella, we're all blind.
And just learning to see. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Take care, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great
Nice
pleasure.
to meet you all.
Hey, likewise. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, guys.
If you have a problem with any of the downloads, just let the team know. Someone popped on there. I had a problem downloading a PDF. Let the team know or reach out to me. I'll make sure you get it. Okay.
Sounds good.